Good morning and welcome to the VSA Morning Miner. It's the 12th of December and it snowed heavily in London, so I think we're all at home at the moment. Paul, how are you doing?
Yes, I'm trying to stay warm here at the house and definitely looking very wintry outside. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, quite a bit of mining news to get through. Let's start with Tungsten West interims. I think there's probably not too much new news in there, given there have been updates post-period end, which have pretty much covered everything that's in today's announcement. But any thoughts there, Paul?
Yes, as you say, most of this already pre-announced in prior press releases here, that they only to say that they had a capital expenditure for the period of 6.4 million sterling and the loss for the period at 5.1 million. They had, in fact, are still in negotiations in order to find the remaining part of the capital need on the revised plant rebuild, essentially for completion. But they are moving right ahead with the funds that they already raised during the half, which was $30 million US. So they are making regular progress, and they do continue the recruitment of senior management and additional staffing because the equipment is all ordered and will be arriving and will be going into placement and build out of the new flow sheet in the plant here in the next half.
Yeah, and now I think the company last reported that they were due to finish the feasibility study around November, so that's obviously the key next milestone once that's finalized and signed off. But I think until that comes out, we're probably not going to be able to see too much movement in the share price, just because investors will want to see that before making any big decisions.
Well, they've got about 2.5 weeks left from what they said today concerning the feasibility release. Still planning to get it out before the year end, so we'll see what happens.
Anything else, Paul? Oriole Resources had an announcement, I think.
Yes, that's right. Maiden Gold resource for Oriole Resources on their joint venture Bakassi zone, specifically in the Cameroon. It's a 305,000 troy ounce resource within a pit shell grading just over 2 grams gold per ton. The Bakassi zone being one of 4 prospects owned on the Bibemi orogenic gold project there in Cameroon. So we'll see if they can able to expand it, because it remains open on strike and at depth in at least one direction. So they think they can add at least another 53 to 150,000 ounces of gold on extensions, given the exploration target review by independent counsel. So we'll see what they might be able to do here for this next year.
Any views on Cameroon as a gold jurisdiction, Paul?
It does have artisanal mining, particularly up in the far east and far northeast, but the further you get closer to the border, the more dodgy the security situation becomes. The Bibemi project is relatively away from the border, back toward the interior of the country itself to the west. So it's still a good 100 kilometers away from the border, so not too bad in that regard.
Cool. Okay. And I think another gold story, Hamac.
Yes, Hamac Gold was a new listing into London not that many months ago, and they've reported discovery results on their drilling program in Liberia. This is a project which is about 25 kilometers from the operating ET gold mine there in Liberia. And this discovery includes a very nice intercept of mineralization running well in excess of 10 grams gold per ton over extensive several meters interval in one of the holes. So they're definitely encouraged by that result, and will proceed with further exploration on the discovery.
Yeah, those look pretty good. 100 gram meter in your first program was not a bad start.
Yeah, and that's just a 3-hole program too. So they put the drill rig right on the spot. That's for sure with this kind of result.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we'll call it a day there, and we'll be back tomorrow. Thanks, Paul.
Very good. We'll see you then.